Greetings YouTube and Gen X. This is Daywalker 225XXXX, and I'll be doing my new video on Tiki Barber and his mistress, whom he ended up getting quote unquote supposedly caught with by the name of Tracy Johnson. Now, first and foremost, let's get a few things just sorted out here. Tiki Barber had been with his wife Ginny, or Ginny, or however, I'm guessing it's pronounced Ginny, but with a G though. He had been with her for 11 years, and they had, I believe, 2 kids, and supposedly Ginny was pregnant for him, and he left her to go be with Tracy Johnson. Now, the thing that kills me about this is, you have a lot of these black women, or a lot of black women anyways, that are saying that, he's all fucked up, he's wrong, he's this, he's that. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not condoning the fact that it's wrong for him to leave a pregnant wife, that's 8 months pregnant, to go be with another woman. But at the same time, if the man wasn't happy, the man wasn't happy. I mean, I have to look at this realistically, because I tried to look at it from the standpoint of, well, yeah, maybe he should grin and bear it out and, stick this out, yada, 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 this, that. But at the same time, you have to understand that you have to do what makes you happy in life. And if you're not happy being with that woman, then it doesn't matter how many kids you have. You can have 50 different kids. It's not going to matter. You're still not going to be happy. You're going to be miserable. And if you're not happy, how can you take care of your kids? How can you take care of yourself? How can you take care of anything you need to take care of if you're not happy with the person you're with? So, in a way, yeah, I can understand them saying, yeah, he's fucked up for that. But at the same time, I also understand he doesn't want to be with her anymore. So I can't really hate him too much for leaving her. I mean, it's not as though he did anything terribly fucking wrong. It's just he doesn't want to be with her anymore, and he's leaving. So the other thing that, I'm looking at is they're sitting here saying that he's going to end up paying her all of this money and yada, 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 this, that, and that he's broke. Well, someone that played in the NFL for 11 years solid and then had a job on a news program first thing in the morning, 9 times out of 10, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure, unless he just went, fast, furious, and fancy with his money, he really isn't to the point where he's broke. And granted, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with, him. I'm not saying there's anything technically right with, him leaving his wife and all, because, I mean, it's not. But I understand from his standpoint. But the thing is these women always, take the woman's side. And speaking from a man's standpoint of view, I can understand why a man would sit there and say, well, nah, I need to have a little bit more in the way of what's going on before I can honestly say that, yeah, he needs to be thrown to the wolves the way these women are, because the way that they're coming off on him, you know, they're saying that quote unquote everything had to be all right in the marriage because the wife was 8 months pregnant. Well, that doesn't mean shit. You know, if they've been together for God knows how long, you know, they've been together 11 years, but at the same time, you know, things just weren't going the way they should have been going. And like one of these comments, some girl goes, "It's amazing yet sad how easy it is for the black man to humiliate the women who truly love him. I hope this young piece of tail was worth what he's about to pay his wife. I hope he dies broke." Now, how the hell you gonna hope he dies broke? If he dies fucking broke, that means that his kids aren't gonna be taken care of, you idiot. I mean, it's stupid ass fucking comments like that. And yet and still, some black women wonder why black men don't want to fuck with them or be bothered with their asses anymore. I mean, it's shit like that. For one, if I'm not happy with you and I'm trying to split from you amicably and I'm trying not to be with you anymore, then respect that. You know, I'm trying to get away from you. I don't want to be around you no more. You know, obviously we ain't got shit in common. We're not getting along. You know, shit ain't going any better than what it was. And a lot of times women will have a baby to try and trap a man. And if he don't want to be there, it doesn't matter you getting pregnant. It's not going to make one bit of difference. The man doesn't want to be with you. So you need to go on ahead and you know, get on with the rest of your life. You know, why should he have to be stuck in a relationship with a woman that he doesn't want to deal with anymore? As far as I'm concerned, he did the right thing. He did the honorable thing by letting her go. I mean, he isn't interested in her anymore, and, you know, based on the fact that, quote unquote, he just, how can I put this, supposedly left her for another woman. Well, if it wouldn't have been her, it would have been someone else. So it doesn't necessarily matter. And, you know, another one, Tiki is suffering from self-hatred. Tiki is a fool. She isn't even hot. Why is it always got to be all of that? Maybe he doesn't need a motherfucker that's hot. Maybe he's happy knowing that he's with a woman that he can come home and fucking have some peace with when he isn't at work with her. I mean, damn. Look at it from that kind of a standpoint. You know, instead of these women just slamming him and going, well, you know, he's fucked up and he's this and he's that, because there was a couple other ones on here that said some shit along the lines of, God, what was it? His wife was pregnant and he had no business doing that. Well, hell, they're still married and he's letting her know, hey, look, I don't want to be with you. I'm getting divorced from you. So instead of calling the girl a home wrecker, because she's not a home wrecker. If something wasn't wrong at home in the first place, then he wouldn't have left. Something had to be fucked up in order for him to leave. So, I mean, think about it like that. The other thing is this other chick says these spoiled ass men want their cake and want to have their cake and eat it too, and regular dudes are no exception. Now that it's totally acceptable to walk in and out of marriages, families, whatever is shameful, no sense of values or respect. I hope this particular Becky doesn't think she is the last woman in his life. He is surely going to get bored and move on. Now, how the fuck do you know that? And whether he does or whether he doesn't, it doesn't matter. He didn't want to be with that bitch. He didn't want to be with his wife anymore. You know? And it doesn't matter what anybody says, but it's always these bitter ass women that want to ride for the broken-hearted ex-wife, you know, when there's no point in trying to validate a point that they aren't going to be able to see because they're blinded by the sob story of a pregnant ex-wife. It happens every single fucking time. And it just kills me because they're trying to act like, oh well, she just got cheated on and she got did wrong and Tiki went out and just fucked anything that walked and he was just so terrible for that. Yeah, but at the same time, what did she do to make him want to do that? Or better yet, what wasn't she doing to make him want to do that? I mean, think about that. Seriously. If that man don't want to be with her fucking ass, she had to either A, be doing something that he either A, didn't want to be with her, or B, she wasn't doing something that he needed her to do to where he would want to be with her. So she was either A, not doing something, or B, doing something. Either way, it was fucked up and it made him want to leave. You know? People fall in and out of love all the time. So it's not his fucking fault. You know? But at the same time, a couple more of these fucking posts on here. Nope, sorry, sweetie. You got with a man that was and still is married. All relationships have problems, and no, you can't steal someone who doesn't want to leave. But you sure as hell can stick your ass where it doesn't belong. A marriage ain't over till you see the ink on the dotted lines. Okay, fine. The marriage might not be over, but as far as he's concerned it is. He don't want to be with the bitch no more. And no amount of, you know, and that's just another shaming tactic that women are trying to fucking use. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, 52% of all married men in America cheat. 47% of all married women in America cheat. And the women's numbers would probably be higher, but more than likely they have kids most of the time, and these women act like men are the only ones that cheat. Women cheat statistically just as much. I mean, think about it. 47%, 52%. That's a difference of what? Oh, I don't know. Let's say 5%. So it's roughly the same fucking number. You know, it's the exact same thing, and it's asinine of these women to think that, you know, these men are just so terrible, you know, due to the fact that they're doing the same thing that those women do. And a lot of the times, those women will go out and they'll have kids with someone else and not tell the man, because women are a lot better at hiding their cheating than men are, right? But they'll have kids and they'll act like this kid is for this father, and, you know, until a DNA test gets done, nobody knows any different. Nobody knows any fucking different. But yet and still, the men are the dogs, the men are the hoes, the men are the low-down cheating scoundrels. But nobody ever wants to address the fact that these women are whores. So I'm going to address the fact that these women are being whores. You know, if you don't want the title of a whore, don't be a fucking hoe. If you don't want anybody to fucking talk about you in a disparaging fucking way, don't be a fucking hoe. And there are plenty of women that are hoes, but we don't hear about the hoes. We don't hear about the women doing shit that's fucked up, right? Like Sia Von Wade, for example. Dwayne Wade's wife. Yeah, she accused him of having an STD, of giving her an STD, and come to find out, he goes to the doctor, she had it and he didn't. How the fuck that happened? Oh wait, I guess she was faithful to him the entire time. It's just like Shawnee O'Neal. Shawnee O'Neal was cheating on Shaq and doing all kinds of scandalous shit. You know, she's got money stashed off to the side in order to make this bullshit ass fucking Basketball Diaries fucking show. But at the same time, what the fuck? It wasn't her money. Her ass wasn't working any fucking where. That was Shaq's money. But is Shaq getting any fucking kickback from the money that she's spending on that bullshit? Fuck no. Alright? So, yeah, I mean, it just fucking torques me that every single time these women never, ever, ever, ever get accused of any wrongdoing. And they do just as much shit fucked up. Well, in any event, the other thing that kills me too is, you know, these people are mad at the Tracy Johnson chick, the quote-unquote jump-off, but how the hell are you going to be mad at her when you look at it from the standpoint of, well, damn, She wasn't married. Tiki was. Well, in any event, that's my vid. This is Daywalker signing out. Peace, everyone. Later. Comment, and see you next time.